Hello, one, all, and welcome on this fine Tuesday to episode number 3 of our Team Chaseliner, my team F1 2020 career mode. And we're getting ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix here in season number 1. If you did miss the last episode, please guys, go and check it out because it was a fantastic result. I will leave a card in the corner around about where my face is. But let's get into this and let's have a look around, see what we can do. We've got a couple of upgrades that have come in. Very nice indeed, if you don't mind me saying so myself. So we'll hopefully get to experience them when we go to Bahrain. But we've got 1,290 resource points. I think we can go and develop something, get it ready for possibly Vietnam, maybe China. I think it's going to be China if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, China, I think is going to be the one. So we will get this front downforce upgrade for the front wing flaps. They'll be, yes, China is when they're going to be ready. And then we can't get anything else, so we'll go and get this chassis upgrade as well. That is for the rear floor under tray, and that too will be ready in time for the Chinese Grand Prix. So we've got some good upgrades coming for China, as they would say. Everything is looking fine on the engine side, as you would expect. Now we'll go to the corporate because we can now sign a secondary sponsor. Scenes are being had. So let's have a look what we've got here. We've got... We want to go with something realistic. We don't want to go with something ambitious. So complete a total of 75 laps over a race weekend. As a team, will we? Possibly not. We definitely won't get a fastest lap, that's for sure. 15 overtakes, 5 constructors points. Well, if the last was able to consider that, then it's going to be no problem. But I tell you what, that XXY one looks a nice one. Complete all the practice programs, although that's we're not entirely too sure about that one. 5 different drivers, complete a race with no DNFs. That's not a bad one either, because Tatiana's not DNF'd yet, nor is Jackie, to be fair. Zanieto achieved 2 interview questions. Bonus 117k, get a weekly income 78k. Get on this car right now. I mean, to answer 2 of Claire's questions, it's gotta be, hasn't it? Welcome to the team. Zanieto. So we've got Shark and Zanieto. Love to see it, folks. You absolutely love to see it, don't you? So let's take a look at the championship. You see Lewis Hamilton leads the way, followed by Valtteri Bottas, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, Carlos Sainz. Queen Jackie is in P7. You love to see it. Then Lando Norris, Kimi Raikkonen, and Kevin Magnussen, your top 10. In the constructors, Team Chaseliner are 5th behind Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren. Alpha, Haas, Alpha Tauri, B&T Racing Points, Williams and Renault bringing up the rear. So with that being said, let's advance the time onwards. Oh, we've got to put in something here first, haven't we? So what are we going to do? We are going to... Well, we're going to need power for Bahrain. What's that? We get 5k, we get 100 affiliate for the team. I don't know about you, but I feel like having a bit of a power boost, don't you? Give the department morale 5% more. Might be able to get something nice and cheap on the cheap. I would go for that. So yeah, we'll go with the power team building before the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we are going to go get practiced, we are going to get qualified, and we will see you guys on the start line for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's do it.
We're here again then at a circuit famous for its stunning visuals and thrilling battles for glory. Who will take the spotlight in the Bahrain Grand Prix today? Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhire notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, and Sergio Perez. Verstappen, Gasly, Kimi Raikkonen, Midas, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Kevin Magnussen, and Esteban Ocon, Grosjean, Russell, Calderon, and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I think if we're being fair, P14 was about right, because the Mercedes power horse in the back of this car didn't come through for us. It didn't come through for Tatiana either, which we're a bit disappointed. So we're going to have to try and gain some positions on strategy. Oh, isn't that nice? Ian Poole making strategy work. It is going to be a one-stop. Pit on lap 6, go onto the mediums for lap 14. So, without further ado, let's get Jackie and Tatiana off and underway, folks. And it's lights out and away we go. And it's it's actually not a half bad, decent start, really, if you think about it. But, yeah, down, look at the 4-5 wide away we go for a big dive bomb down the inside. Well, not quite so big, but you get the idea. It was kind of impressive if you actually think about it. But side by side, one of McLaren's there. I do believe that's Carlos Sainz in front of Charles Leclerc leads away. There's two Mercedes side by side. There you got one of the Red Bulls is decided he's going to overtake us. There, Jackie, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to let that Red Bull go? Hello, here goes another pink car. Except our car's a lot pinker. If you want to, yeah, if we want to, whoa, another big dive bomb by Jackie, and she is up into, I don't know what position she is right now, but who's actually past there? It looks like Alexander Albon's going to come back at her at P10 in turn 10. Oh, he got on the curb there. That might unsettle him just a tad there. I think he got one of the, I don't know, got one of the McLarens there. I think that's Lando Norris back there. But look at this. Our girl's in P9 already. It's Verstappen that she passed. My God, she's already beaten. Excuse me. She's already beating Max Verstappen out there. This girl's a superstar. But we're going to move on now to the towards the end of lap number 2 here. And you can see that Hollywood Lance Stroll. We'll go back to call him Hollywood Lance Stroll, folks. He's just in front. He's only a second away. And Verstappen is gaining and gaining and gaining. Have a look to the inside of the last corner. That's not going to pay off there for you. Max, he's going to have another look here. Down the long straight, but we've messed it not that much that Lando Norris is going to come knocking. Here they go. Renault versus Honda side by side down this long straight. It's very, very long indeed, and Lando Norris is hard on the brakes. I think he's going to get Verstappen here. He's going to pinch him into the apex, and yes, he'll get P10 off Max Verstappen there, and Sergio Perez is not too far away from the equation at all. But down into turn number 4, and Stroll is there. Stroll is right there for the taking for Jackie. She goes around turns, whatever, I forgot what turns they were. But we're going to move on now towards the end of lap number 3 here. And she's within a second. She's dropped Norris and Verstappen, which is good. So she's out of their DRS range. But can she get up to Lance Stroll? We'll have to wait and find out, as Verstappen might just be lining up a move here on Lando Norris. He is within DRS range. Down the long straight here will go the Dutchman. Will he get him into turn number 1? We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a good move. He's going to get him. He's going to pinch him into the apex, and Sergio Perez is close in attendance. He's going to have a look here, is Sergio. Is he going to have a look? We'll have a wait and see as the cameraman is all over the place. Yes, he is. He's going to go down the inside into turn number 4. And that Mercedes powertrain in that that tracing point, I should say, which is just basically a Mercedes in drag, will hold her through and get her up into P11 for the Mexican. But here we go. We're still within range of Lance Stroll here. Lance is not getting away from us. Jackie is doing herself an absolute solid here. Let's move on to lap number 5 now. And you can see that Stroll has started to get away here, but Verstappen is coming and knocking. Verstappen is getting close, but our tyres are absolutely shot to pieces here. But we can't come in yet. Our pit stop, we've booked it in for the next lap, and there goes Verstappen. We didn't even have to wait for DRS there. He just went sailing past Jackie like she was standing still and move that man. Oh, he gone for the late one, but a big lock up there for Max Verstappen. He left the door open and Jackie wanted to come and have a look at it, but no, Max is a very experienced little racer now. He knows when the moves are coming and when the moves are not coming, so we'll let him off. But if we can stay close to Verstappen, there may be a sniff of a point or two today. We got a miraculous 7th place in the last Grand Prix. Can we get another miracle here in Bahrain with this Mercedes? But look at Verstappen already. He's gone. He is out of DRS range already, and he's up to the back of Hollywood Lance Stroll at the same time. Who we got? We got Perez, Norris. I think I see one of the Alpha Tauris back there. One of the Alfa Romeos as well into turn 11. And it's just, I mean, we're just racing our own race. We're not racing the Red Bull up front. Well, I think we're more in a fight with these tracing points here. That's who's going to be our fight this season. We're going to be fighting with these tracing points, and probably even the McLarens, because we came to Australia that we had some serious pace, folks. So it's absolutely serious. But here we go. This is going to be our pit stop lap, and I think Perez is going to come in with us, try and get his team to do something. And so is the Alpha Tauri. And look behind, you can see the Alfa Romeo is coming as well. I think the other Alpha, are they going to stack the Alpha Tauris? I think they're going to stack the Alpha Tauris here, as Jackie heads into her garage, and quite conveniently we're not going to be showing the garage. I don't know why. I don't know why we're not showing the garage. We'll have to get to Codemasters and see if we can get that fixed. But they're still having a clue here. What was actually going? We've had a very slow stop there. I don't know what happened there. Were we waiting for cars or whatever? But let's move forward, because while we've pitted, let's focus on our Jackie's teammate here, Tatiana Calderon, and she's having a good little battle here with Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is the race leader, but she's holding them up very, very nicely as we move over to the other Alpha Tauri. This is Kimi Raikkonen and Pierre Gasly. That's a P13 hit on lap number 8. And great side-by-side. Look at this, side-by-side into turn 6 and 7. You love to see it. And Raikkonen's going to get the job done. Is he? Oh, he may not get the job done. The Alpha Tauri is holding on there against the... you have to assume I almost lost my voice there. And we've only just started, folks. It's great, and you get so much more traction out of turn 10 on the outside. But look at the Alpha Tauri Honda power unit just pulling that Ferrari in that Alfa Romeo, and he's going to get P13 with one of the Red Bulls right behind him. I think that's still Verstappen. We'll have to wait and see. But Jackie, she's rolling around in P19 as we go to one of the Ferraris here. This is on the start lap number 9 here, and Sebastian Vettel has got to the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Wow, that Ferrari has just breezed past Ricciardo like Ricciardo wasn't even standing still. You love to see it, folks. And there's Verstappen. Who's there? Who's he got behind him? Has he got Kimi Raikkonen behind him? I believe he has. That's for P14. So somewhere Raikkonen has lost out to Verstappen here. And Verstappen is defending like mad. He's going to keep hold of that position because the outside just really hooks up through 1 and 2. So brilliant move there. As we go to, that is the Williams of George Russell. And Tatiana's there. Let's give Tatiana some support, people. She's going to make her... Oh, go on, Tats! Oh, what a move. Tatiana Calderon, folks, passes George Russell. And that's a P20 on the track as Bottas leads this effectively will lead this Grand Prix when Charles Leclerc gets up there. But, Bottas retires, folks! Bottas has retired. Park it up, mate. Yeah, that Mercedes is no good this season. It's really pants this season. As and that's going to bring out the safety car on lap number 9. Oh, that's going to make things interesting. Jackie's in what now? P19. But it will be P18 when I believe Nicholas Latifi... oh no, she had passed Bottas. I do apologise. So Bottas was a free position. So she's up to P18. Tatiana Calderon behind her in P19. And it's just the two Williams behind her, Nicholas Latifi and George Russell. We're getting set for the restart here on start lap number 12. And when will Leclerc decide to gun it? Leclerc is gunning it right about now, I'd say, folks. Yep, here he goes. Jackie's been caught with her knickers around her legs here. She's got to do something really drastic into turn 1 if she's going to make up any kind of positions there. It's going to be a really poor race for us here. But you see them all stacking up there. Why not, girl? Go for the big dive bomb. And, she may have knocked into someone there. I think she knocked into one of the Red Bulls. 3 wide! Round the outside of turn 2. And she gets turn 3. Will Verstappen... I tell you what, Verstappen was getting a bit fresh with it. It's all kicking off behind her as well. And Jackie will move it up. Oh, no, she won't. She'll get done on the crossover there as we got the AlphaTauri and... that's Kimi Raikkonen and Danny Kvyat behind her. They're all having a fight with each other, and Kvyat's going to get that position off Raikkonen. We do think Kvyat's going to get that position off Raikkonen, but we'll have to wait and see. Yes, he's going to get that position off. Well, no, Raikkonen's going to come back. This is great side-by-side action between the two Alpha cars. Well, one's an AlphaTauri, one's an Alfa Romeo. And finally he gets the job done. Move that man up a position, but we're going to move on now to lap number 13, the end of lap 13. Come and start the final lap of the Grand Prix. Jackie's found herself in P13. Not a bad result there, but could have been a lot better as we're on board with Alex Albon. And who's that's just retired? Is that Ricciardo that's retired? 2 races in a row. Daniel Ricciardo, you hate to see it, folks. You absolutely... What is the Aussie going to do? That is the second bad race in a row. Unbelievable. Can you believe Lamenti's luck? And here comes Raikkonen. I think Raikkonen's going to take advantage of Pierre Gasly here. Down the inside, or try around the outside into turn number 4. And he's not going to get the job done, I don't think, or he may do. He's got a hell of a traction run. And that is a great move there. P13 for the Iceman. Jackie's just strolling around here in P12. P12, I think we'll accept that today. I don't think we quite had the pace in the car. We have to look at some engine upgrades, I think. Certainly for the next race in Vietnam. Not what we wanted, but we'll gladly take P12. P12 is still better than where we thought we'd run around this circuit. That's for sure. Excuse me. As we go to Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc out the last corner, and the Monegasque driver in the Ferrari is going to win just ahead of Lewis Hamilton and his teammate Sebastian Vettel. The fireworks go off as Charles Leclerc wins the Bahrain Grand Prix like he should have done a couple of seasons ago. But out the last corner. It's P12 for Jackie today. I think Tatiana's down in P16 or 17, somewhere around the area. We'll certainly take that as a result today. Certainly will take that as a good result. And driver of the day, Esteban Ocon, whose face is all pixelated for some reason.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban Ocon. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that today.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Yes, indeed, your face is all pixelated for some reason. We don't know why his face is all pixelated. We'll have to see what patch Codemasters bring out, because they did bring a patch out after this race to finish. But Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Alex Albon 4th, and Carlos Sainz. Lance Stroll finished 6th. Good result for Lance. Lando Norris, Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez, and Esteban Ocon, your top 10. Jackie finished 12th. Fair. I think that's a fair result, really, from P14. That's about where we were all day. And where did Tatiana finish? Good old Tatiana, the Colombian. She finished P18. So, and she was up from P21. And just 2 retirements, Bottas and Ricciardo, even though Ricciardo's classified as a lap down for some reason. But fair enough. We'll head and see what has to be said. Well, I don't know about you guys, but here comes some easy money. Well, Jackie's secret is that Jackie is the best driver in the world, but because you're asking me and not Jackie or Tatiana, it's just about having a great team and a great car as well.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Yeah, Jackie got involved there, and that wasn't nice, but she was surrounded by idiots today.
Appreciate your time.
Here's Ineto. I think that our secondary sponsor can come and pay us some money now. We answered 2 questions. Up to level 3 acclaim. You absolutely love to see it. Tatiana still 4. Jackie now up to level 2 acclaim. There we go. We get an extra $130,000 from Zainetto. Jackie loses us 10k. There we go. So there's the weekly stuff all done and dusted. We've got 1.74 million in the bank. You love to see it, folks. Do you know what? I'm considering upgrading our facility already. See if we can get some upgrades going. But you can see here we got 9... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yes, 9 days. Ooh, how best can we use this 9 days? Well... I think it would be beneficial for us. Certainly I can see a sponsor advertisement on there, so we can definitely do with some sponsorship income. So I'm trying to think here, because you can do 4, or you can do, well, you can definitely do 4 if you do this right. So, what we will do, we won't take durability, definitely. We will take chassis equipment upgrade, I think. Marketing strategy conference. But you see here, we get an extra 50,000k for doing a sponsor advertisement weekend. Yes, please, come to our car. Driver promotion fee, I presume that's for Tatiana. No, it would say second, so it would be Jackie doing the promoting. And then got the marketing there, so I think... Let me think here. This is the analytic me. So we'll definitely take the chassis upgrade. We'll definitely do this sponsorship as well. And I think we'll take the marketing strategy. No, we'll take the aero. Yeah, we'll take the aero. I think we can do that, definitely. And then we'll take the sponsor advertisement as well. So we will get some income coming in from doing some sponsorship, which is amazing seats. The sponsors aren't real sponsors, by the way, before anyone asks. I'm not supported by them. But guys, let's get this video up to 25 likes if we'd be so kind. And you can all get subscribed for more daily NASCAR Heat 4 F1 2020 My Team Career Mode, as well as Bus Simulator on Saturdays, Bus Simulator on up today. Sorry. And whatever we play on Sunday. So guys, it's the Vietnam Grand Prix on Thursday. Do join us for that. And in the meantime, for behalf of Jackie and Tatiana, goodbye for now. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.